Hi, it's Angel Shavers, Stampin' Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas, and it is another Thursday at 2. So here we are ready to do our online stamp set of the month. Let me make sure my laptop is set up so I can see if there's anybody with any comments. I'm not finding it yet, but I'm sure it's on here somewhere. It's always exciting to try and find the video. Okay, there it is. So hopefully I'll be able to see comments if there are comments. If not, I will definitely check them all and answer them after we're done videotaping. And I have no show and tell for you today, but I did want to tell those of you who might have been thinking about tomorrow's monthly class that it is canceled. And so there will be no monthly class tomorrow night. We will be having the October monthly class early in October, and so it will be the evening of October 6th. And if you just can't wait that long to come see all the great products and maybe make a make and take, have some fun playing with my stamps and ink, I will be at the Walnut River Festival in El Dorado, Kansas on Saturday, September 23rd. So hopefully I will see some of you there. And I'm going to show you what we're going to make, and then I'll put you down. We are going to make this card today. This uses the Jar of Love, which is the stamp set of the month, but it also uses the Sending Sweet Thoughts. Let me see if that's what it's called. Yes, the Sending Sweet Thoughts stamp set for part of this. So if you got that, which happens to be the Ronald McDonald stamp set for this year, you can make the card exactly like I did here. If not, we can talk about some alternative choices to fill your jar. So I'm going to tip the camera down and we'll get started. Okay, I think that'll be okay. We are starting with a piece of the Melon Mambo cardstock, cut hot dog style, which makes it 4 1/4 by 11. So when you fold it in half, you have your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. And I did set out my bone folder. I tried to set out everything I'm going to use today. So we will see if I manage to get that done or not. I'll set that back there for now, because we will also be using 2 pieces of the Whisper White cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And that's for the card front and the inside. So we'll set that aside. Oh, I know what I did not do, which was get a scrap of Whisper White to stamp on. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to create the grid. And that I used some washi tape for that. The first 3 that I used at the bottom of the card are retired pop pink washi tape. But there is all kinds of amazing washi tape in the new catalog. There are some in the metallics, which we'll use in a minute. Which there's also not black with gold flecks. Well, I didn't even look if there is in the black and white section. But there is some in the metallics. I don't know if I get that open. There's some bigger white with gold trim. And so we are just going to use these. If you ordered a kit to put the cards together with me, you probably will have received strips of Designer Series paper that will go on the bottoms and side of your card. But I'm using washi tape. So to create something similar to this, I would check out the black and white washi tape out of the catalog, and also the varying shades of pink. And we're just going to flip this over and fold the washi tape on the back, because that is what is going to make it just look really finished. And the little hearts. I'm looking at the recording and realizing I need to move the camera maybe a little bit that way. Yeah, so you can see exactly what's going on. And then we are going to finish up with some washi tape that is currently available in the holiday catalog. This comes from the Year of Cheer Suite, and it is the gold washi tape. There is silver, gold, copper, champagne, and like a white with gold trim or gold detail. And we're going to put the washi tape here. I just realized as I did all of that I should have left some of these not folded over yet. So we'll see what happens when I try to unfold them, because we are going to weave the vertical washi tape through this. And let's see. Okay, so this one stays out. The gold stays out, but that one, we'll see how this works out. All right, and then we're going to weave some washi tape stripes going the other direction. So we will have 3. And I will weave them after I get them torn off to size. There's one. And 2 and 3. if you received kits, you have strips of the gold foil that you can weave through your strips of paper or washi tape down on the bottom. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I know it works because I've done it once, so. Okay. I'm going to take the 2 washi tape that I am going to put it under and peel them up for now. Put down these washi tape. Oops, someone wanted to jump right off of there. And we'll stick this one back, down, and then we will curl these back over and then flip it and start tucking things on the back. So tuck these first. And we will tuck those. And there we have it. The card front with the stripes taken care of. Now, what I want to do next is some stamping. And so, I'm going to set this aside and see if I can get an extra piece of Whisper White that we're going to stamp the jar on. Alright, think about it. So, here we have this, and I will grab, I'm using the jar out of the Jar of Love stamp set. Partly so that those of you who haven't purchased the Sending Sweet Thoughts stamp set can make something very similar. There is a jar in the Sending Sweet Thoughts stamp set as well. So I'm going to, in Basic Black is what the color we're going to use for this jar. Just ink it up and get it on the piece of Whisper White. Close that up for now. I did drop my Stampin' Scrap a little bit ago, but I found it, so I will get that out. Spray some Stampin' spray on there and clean off the jar. And get it put away. And then I do think I am going to go ahead and fill the jar before I cut it out with the Big Shot. I'm going to grab the Sharing Sweet Thought stamp set. Now, the Jar of Love stamps are photopolymer, and the Sharing Sweet Love stamps are clear block. And so that does make it very interesting, but it's worked for me. I've not had any problem. I thought that I wouldn't be able to figure out exactly where I wanted to stamp them since you can't see through them. But it was not a problem for me before. Watch it be a problem today. But it wasn't before. And also we're going to use some Emerald Envy and just stamp some grass clippings in the bottom of our jar. And we're going to do another row of grass clippings. I'm going to try to make sure there's no extra ink on there. And one more because I don't want that white space in between. I don't know about you, but when I put grass clippings in the bottom of a jar for insects, I do not leave an empty space in the middle. Okay, so that was my Emerald Envy stamp, which is one of the 2015 to 2017 in colors. And I'm going to clean off the grass stamp and put it away. And then we're going to get out the branch. Because my imagining when I created this card is that I collected caterpillars and had been taking care of them in this jar. And there's a branch in there because as they turned into their chrysalis or cocoon, they would need some place to be. And they have since hatched. So that is why the butterflies are flying out of the top of the jar. And I will, as soon as I get this branch cleaned up and put away, be grabbing my Big Shot and we will be cutting out the jar. So here we have the Big Shot, and I've already put the magnetic base plate in there, and the cutting pads are in there. So I will put my stamped image of the jar along with my Thinlit from my Everyday Jars Framelits set. Make sure it's lined up, and we will put the other cut. Oh, it slipped just a bit, so I will double check that, get it put on there. Put the other cutting plate on. And then I will be sliding that right through. And because it's just a framelit, I only need to send it through once. Take care of this and put it down for a second. Okay, now I'm going to grab my card front again. And I'm going to grab my Sharing Sweet Thoughts stamp set, and we're going to pull out the butterflies. I'm going to stamp the butterflies in basic black, but I'm first going to lay my jar approximately where I think that I will be putting it on this card, so I know where to stamp my butterflies. Perfect. And then I will also be putting butterflies on the inside of my card. So I think while I've got them out, I will just stamp them right now and get that done. I have lost my Stampin' scrub, so I need to grab that so I can get my butterflies cleaned off. Just put that aside for now. And now it's time to color in with my watercolor pencils and blender pen. These pencils are pretty amazing for watercoloring things in, but also just for using as a colored pencil. But I am going to just kind of try to color around the lines, and then I will get the blender pens out in a minute and blend them together. This color that I'm using right now is Old Olive. That one's shoved itself in a little too far, so we'll wrap the side. And then I'm going to use the early espresso stamp or pencil to color in the stick, the branch that we are using as the home for the caterpillars. And the good news with the blender pen and the watercolor pencils is that you don't have to be very great at coloring exactly within the lines, because the blender pen will bring the color in for you. Now I'm going to do the butterflies, and I'm going to color the details in this Calypso Coral color. And I'm just going to use it basically as a colored pencil right now. Color the dots in that color as well. And then I'll be adding some Melon Mambo for the rest of the butterfly. While I'm coloring, which is not the most exciting thing for you to watch, I am going to just kind of let you know what's coming up soon. We are going to be, I will be at Walnut River Fest on September 23rd, and it is not a craft fair. It is a fun family adventure. So you can come and learn about different things that are available from the different vendors, but you're not buying things that day. There will be entertainment, people doing little mini concerts, and there will be food for you to buy, to purchase. However, there will also be games and fun things to do. So come on down and check that out. And then on October 6th in the evening, I will be having my October monthly card class. And on October 7th, which happens to be World Card Making Day, I will be doing an online party off and on all day. I'll be popping in and just creating things online, answering questions, doing all kinds of fun stuff. And then the October online class, you get a choice of 2 kits, or you might want both. We are going to do the Ribbon of Courage set in honor of Breast Cancer Month, and we are also going to do Painted Harvest, which is more of a fall theme. And you can choose to do one or both. So just let me know, RSVP, and let me know what you would prefer to do. And we'll get you all ready to play along with the online class in October. And then we will be having the monthly card class in November. Is a Saturday, and I'm not sure what all we'll be doing during the day, but there will be some form of Christmas card making events using the kit. And then in December, I hope to have a booth at a craft fair the first Saturday in December. I don't know. Just pay attention to my blog at angelstamps1.blogspot.com, and I will let you know when and where maybe. But the best way to always stay informed is to go ahead and sign up to be on my email list, so you will always make sure you get the different emails about events that are coming up. or specials that are happening. I am using the basic gray watercolor pencil for the butterfly bodies. And then we're going to get out the Melon Mambo and the blender pens here in a minute. It's a little more complicated since I do have some Calypso Coral colors already in there, but we'll just do the best we can, and I think it still made some pretty beautiful butterflies. Just kind of scribbling to give it a little color. Be grabbing the blender pen here in a minute. Oh, I forgot to give the outside of the card body, the gray bodies. So we will do those. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the inside of the card. I don't know why I always keep grabbing that side. But I am going to just be grabbing the Melon Mambo color and trying to go around the Calypso Coral dots. And you can color your butterflies whatever color you want. I just thought these colors made some pretty beautiful butterflies. I don't think they're actual butterflies this color in the world, but I didn't care. This is my artistic vision of what color these butterflies ought to be. If you would like something to look a little more realistic, you can do some research and use the colors that you find out there in nature. I just love how I can scribble in these spaces, and then my blender pen just makes it look like I've spent forever coloring in those butterflies. Okay, now we'll do the card front. Make sure they get bodies, gray bodies, and we will do the Melon Mambo here in a minute. And now it's blender pen time. And then we will get to put the card together and be done. All right. There I have colored my butterflies, and now I'm going to grab some dimensionals because that is what I'm going to use to put on this jar. And that's also how I am going to attach the card front to the card base. If you didn't get the Sending Sweet Thoughts jar, I was thinking that something very similar that already comes in the Jar of Love set is, I have lost my card base. Huh. Oh, it fell on the floor. There is a firefly stamp in the Jar of Love set, and it would be really fun to put some fireflies flying out of a jar, and some maybe still in the jar. And that would go with our F theme for this week, which is fly. We have butterflies this week. A couple more here in the middle. Then I'm going to attach that to the front of the card with the dimensionals. And we are going to use some of the multi-purpose glue on the card insert to get it ready for the inside of the card. That one was not stored upside down, and I think it's about time for that. So the glue will come out a little easier. There, I have glued it on the inside. And there we have it. The butterflies card for the day. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I will grab, if I know where it is, next week we will be doing, our F will be fruit. And so we will be filling our jar with fruit. And if you received the kit, you did receive some retired designer series paper with the different fruit patterns. So that is our card for next week. And I will see you then. Bye.